Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Well, guys, another story of people treating their kids like trash done surfaced out there in Lower McCoundry Township, Pennsylvania. Shout out Lower McCoundry Township. I never heard of it, but it's all good. And it's involving a man and woman, which I only could find a picture of the man. I ain't put the woman's face out there yet. Boom. This man, his name is Joshua DeChant. He's 36 years old. His wife, Tracy DeChant, age 42, who's not pictured. Both of them are in hot water right now, and they're both being charged, according to reports up here, of 2 felony counts each of endangering the welfare of a child or of children. Ladies and gentlemen, these people on January 22nd were arrested because a naked 15-year-old boy, which is Miss Tracy DeChant's son, and you know, Joshua DeChant is the stepdad, was seen running around the neighborhood during extreme temperatures, like I said, with no clothes on. And if that's not enough, it says, according to the district attorney's office, the victim told police his stepfather, Joshua DeChant, forced him to go outside naked as a form of punishment, and temperatures reported in the single digits at that time of 2 degrees in the snow. The victim also told troopers that he was outside for about 20 minutes and his feet were red from running around in the cold and snow. This is just the tip of the iceberg, no pun intended, of how bad these kids was treated. And I don't care what you say, adults with common sense that do cruelty against children, whether they're theirs or not, need to be taken right to the gallows right now. Here's the story.
New tonight, parents are under arrest, charged with a disturbing case of child abuse. Police say they starved their teenage sons, who only weighed around 50 pounds. Action News reporter Leland Pender has more on how this alleged abuse in Montgomery County was discovered by a neighbor.
The mother and stepfather in this case are both facing felony counts of endangering the welfare of a child. Tonight, those twin boys are doing better and still receiving medical care, but both were at risk of death, according to court documents. Inside this home on Divot Drive in Lower McCoundry Township, authorities say teenage twin boys suffered brutal abuse at the hands of their mother and stepfather, possibly for years.
I'm appalled. No child should have to go through this. Absolutely none.
36-year-old Joshua DeChant and 42-year-old Tracy DeChant were arrested over the weekend. On the 22nd, the Lehigh County DA says police responded to a neighbor's home where one of the boys went for help, banging on the door, described as nearly naked and extremely malnourished.
The neighbors responded wonderfully. They opened their home to a stranger who was at their door. They took the child in, they fed him, they clothed him, they called the police.
Investigators say as punishment, the 15-year-old boys were denied food and water, forced to walk around naked in the home, forced to stand outside naked in freezing temperatures, and slept on the floor naked, sharing one blanket. They also reported physical abuse. The DA released these pictures from the hospital. The boys weighing 53 and 55 pounds with no record of any medical care since 2017.
The doctors and medical providers estimated that a normal child their age and their height should weigh approximately 143 pounds.
Authorities say the twins were not attending school in person. They were either homeschooled in virtual school or not in school at all. Neighbors stunned by the allegations say they never saw indications outside of what was happening inside.
It's hard to tell what's going on behind closed doors.
Authorities say other children were found in the home, but all have now been removed. The DeChants both posted bail and were released from jail. They're due in court again in February. Here in Lower McCoundry Township, Lehigh County, Leland Pender, Channel 6, Action.
A horrifying case of alleged child abuse in Lehigh County. A couple accused of starving 2 teenage boys and forcing them to live under horrendous conditions.
Well, prosecutors say this all happened at a home in Lower McCoundry, and our Josh Sanders is live in Allentown right now, where the DA told us about this very disturbing case just this afternoon. Josh.
Hey, good evening. Yeah, the details of this investigation are extremely troubling. We want to warn viewers, the pictures that you're about to see, they are disturbing, but they show what authorities say is evidence of child abuse. Those two 15-year-old twin boys found malnourished, extremely thin, and now their parents, their stepfather and mother, are facing felony charges for endangerment of the welfare of children. Here are the details of what we know so far. Last week, Pennsylvania State Police received a phone call that one of the boys was nearly naked and outside his house, where the temperature was just 2 degrees. The home is on Divot Drive in Lower Macungie Township. Neighbors told investigators the boy knocked on their door for help, and once inside, he would not stop eating. Investigators then spoke to the boy's parents, Joshua and Tracy DeShant. We learned they are the biological children of Tracy DeShant. Investigators say there was emotional abuse and physical abuse, which caused injury. The boys told investigators they were also deprived of food and water. When found, the boys weighed just 53 and 55 pounds. The DA says a medical professional told them at their age the boys should weigh around 143 pounds. The question is, how could this have happened? Take a listen to the DA as he explained where they are in their investigation.
We don't believe they were in school. We don't believe they were seeing brick and mortar school. We don't believe they were seeing live teachers on a regular basis. We don't believe they were getting medical care on a regular basis for the last 8 years. And at this point, early in the investigation, we don't have any information that they were seeing people interacting with people on a regular basis.
It's a beautiful neighborhood. Nothing ever happens around here. Great families, great kids. Everyone's outside playing together. And it's really just a tragedy to hear all about this.
And that was a neighbor we spoke to, Ryan Kipp. You can imagine the neighborhood is just shocked with this news. We learned that there were 3 younger siblings that were removed from the household. They're with other family right now. We also learned that investigators interviewed the biological older sister of the twins, who used to live in the home, and told investigators she experienced the same abuse when she lived in that home. The DA expects the parents to meet their $75,000 bail and be released from prison at any moment. But this is a disturbing case, and they are still early on in their investigation, guys.
Extremely disturbing. Josh, thank you so much.
That's the story of these idiots, Joshua and Tracy DeShant. Mother and stepdad of kids that's not his, that showed that he didn't give a damn about them at all, and she participated. Again, choosing dick over your own damn kids. Said investigators said the couple subjected the boys to other types of abuse inside the home, including the denial of food and water, which we seen, forcing them to walk around the home naked, forcing them to stand outside naked in freezing temperatures, and forcing them to sleep on the floor with a single blanket between them. So they got forced to be humiliated being naked, and now they got to huddle for warmth on the floor with 2 blankets. You see how people take things to extremes to embarrass somebody or dehumanize them because they don't see them as human, because they have insane tendencies within themselves. And this is why I say I have no tolerance for that, because you are grown up. Anything you put somebody through that you wouldn't dare want somebody to put you through, and you do this to children, I'd get you out of there. Seriously, I would get you the fuck out of here so fast. I don't give a fuck what color you are, what religion you are. You know fucking better. And this is what you do. You and the dumbass mom, the mother of the children, watching this happen to her kids. Now, they said it was an older girl in the house that left the house, and she said she had similar fate. Think about that. These people are evil as hell. Naked child that you threw outside, you didn't think that would attract attention? Said the medical examiner said the kids at 15 years old, these twin boys, should weigh 143 pounds for their age. It says the complaint noted that in the past 8 years, both victims had only gained 10 pounds. Said one child was 53 pounds and his twin brother weighed 55 pounds. So 108 pounds between 2 human beings, both the age of 15 years old, that don't qualify for somebody seeing the flowers. That ain't insane cruelty. Wasn't going to school. Said they was home doing virtual school. You know why? People that do shameful acts want to hide the shame in the house, and these children was prisoners there. Said the boy ran across to another house. Said he wouldn't stop eating. Did you see what their bodies look like? What you was doing? Training them to be cast on the Walking Dead? Can you imagine that shit? You in the house, somebody bang on your door frantically. You run to the door. Who is it? Skeletor, a damn emaciated child in America. In America, knocking on your door. White kid. Bruises all over his fucking body. Goes to show you, man, evil is universal. Ain't got no color, no religion, no different creed. It is what it is, and it needs to be extinguished according to the level that it came to those as. It's messed up. It's messed up. This is the thing about the starvation thing with me. First of all, it's painful. And number two, that's a hell of a punishment. And that's a punishment that, for you to do that to somebody, you're waiting for them to expire. And it's a slow, drawn out process with visual results. Them boys' bodies look like they was near death. This motherfucker's knees look like skeleton knees. Or like a body that been out in the sun and been dried up during decomposition, where you could start seeing the tendons and stuff. That's how he looked. Him and his brother, I'm more than sure they had conversations to where they were saying to themselves, we are going to die here. You violated every right these humans had while in your home on purpose. You think jail fixed that? No. They had a nice house. Probably had nice jobs. He's 36, she's 42. I'm more than sure. You know what I'm saying? She was lockstep with him in line because of the life they had. They felt as though they could do what they wanted to do because they were privileged as so. I'd knock that shit right out of them. For real, I'd walk them both to the damn gallows. One at a time, you Joshua go in front of the line. This is the leader of the house. And you as a 42-year-old woman said it was 3 other siblings in the home. Didn't say if they was emaciated or not. You left this sickness for them to bear witness. And for that, you got to go. It's a goddamn shame. Disgraceful. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all be thinking I'm playing. You lucky I don't run this country. It'd be a bunch of crying and the blood be flowing. I'd get people out of here. I would. Because it makes no sense to treat people the way you wouldn't want to be treated, all the while of just doing shit that you feel as though you'll never get caught at. Nobody fears the punishment. Proof of that is the bail. Both of them, between both of them, they had a $75,000 bail that they posted. So they out in the street while these children are getting liquid IVs and all this other type of stuff to bring them back. And they'll never go back to normal, because I'm gonna tell you something. Have you ever seen somebody that's starved? The impact, besides the physical visuals of what the body looked like, it's a lot of damage caused in the inside. And a lot of times when they get back to being full, you still see something's wrong with them. They fucked these kids' life up. And for that, they need to pay the ultimate price. Sacrificing theirs as payment. Pound of flesh, no more, no less. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.